one to call. It's both guys are so. Kamaru Usman is the champ, and he's the champ for a reason. I may have to go with him on that particular fight. I don't usually count that guy out. I think we're gonna see the best Max we've ever seen. I think we're gonna see him just on fire, and I think I honestly think we're gonna go in there and he's gonna go in there and he's gonna be able to get a late finish. That's my honest opinion for this one. I'm seeing like a 4th or 5th round finish on this one. That's what I am envisioning for Max's fight. I don't know what Cejudo is doing. I don't know what's going on with that guy. Hard to put a finger on it, but I think he kind of does his own thing, and a lot of it I think is just for marketing purposes. I think he'll end up coming back for a big fight. But I kind of hope that Aldo gets the win on that one. I always love to see guys make a comeback, and I've always been an Aldo fan, and I think he has a skill set to take that one as well. So I think I'll take Aldo on that one.
Let's start with the main event, Usman versus Gilbert Burns. Now, I can't personally pick a winner because they're both my homies, but I can give you some inside information from when I've trained with them and just kind of like a thought process that you can maybe process to make your own decisions. So I've sparred with Gilbert, probably about 3 years ago within that range. But he was at 155. He'd be throwing very hard. And I don't know how he didn't knock me out, but I would hang in there with him, we actually me and him had some really close rounds. And then I've moved around with Usman, and he was fighting at 170, but it was almost like play fighting, where he just keeps tapping, God, dude, get over, you fuck, because he's so long, Yeah. Training together since Usman started, so they're both their main stuff probably get canceled out a little bit. I would imagine Gilbert would like to get the fight to the ground. In the two of them, I feel like Gilbert probably generates more power in the hands. I don't think Gilbert can take down Usman, but I also thought that about the Wood. Even though Gilbert is a black belt at a world-class level, I would imagine Usman's had enough training with him where he knows how to maybe even just not get tapped. Yeah. The last thing I'm leaving with on those two is Gilbert asked for the title. Now, me personally, and I'm not saying whatever, if I was training with somebody who was a champion and they beat my ass all the time, I don't think I'd call him out, especially being a teammate. Just something, it's awkward. But I tell you what, if I had a teammate who was a champion and I get the better of him all the time, guess who I'm calling out? I was just talking to Shane Burgos. So Shane's a huge fight fan. One thing about Holloway, which you guys have probably seen through, his fighting career, is he adapts on the fly pretty well. But he was not able to do that in the Volkanovski fight. He's also young, so he probably went home really getting after the tape on that to figure out how to win. I don't think either of them knock each other out. I just think Volkanovski's got the ticket, pressure, pushing forward. He's a pretty good wrestler. He's a grinder. He also hits really hard. So Peter Yan is a beast, I think.
Man, I'm excited for the Burns Usman fight, and I've trained with both those guys a long time ago, and I'm very impressed with both. But the funny story about that one is, man, I was in Vegas not too long ago watching a fight, and Burns was sitting next to me. We were just talking, and he told me that he was having Damian Maia next and everything. He told me he was gonna ask Usman if he could fight him, and I'm like, dude, you're crazy. So we just had that moment that we're just kind of a night of sitting there watching fights, and we were talking and just having a good time. And man, he's a monster. I mean, he's got power. He's got striking. He's looked great with Woodley. He's so nasty on the ground. Usman is another type of animal. So I mean, I don't think it's an easy fight, but I'm going with Burns. Although Jan's hard, man. Jan's a beast. He's a up and coming young kid that a lot of people don't realize how good he is. I think it'll be a coming out party for him, for a lot of these casual fans that don't really know who he is. All those a stud. I mean, it's Hall of Famer, amazing ex-champ. But go with Jan, and then I think Max is gonna take it. I thought it was really close the first time, and Max gonna go back to the drawing board, figure some things out. He'll take the rematch.
So we'll start with Holloway and Volkanovski because it's my weight class. I think Holloway is going to win this one. He, I think in the first fight, he was doing really well when he was in his orthodox stance, and I felt like he was winning all the exchanges. But Volkanovski, really used that low leg kick really well to force Holloway to switch stances. And when Holloway was in southpaw, it was just a different fight. He was starting to lose some of those exchanges, and I think that's how Volkanovski won the fight. So I think if Holloway has an answer for those leg kicks, he'll be able to stay southpaw and win the exchanges and win the decision. For the Burns versus Usman fight, with Burns coming off that win against Tyron Woodley, I think if he's able to kind of continue that, that momentum, I think he might be able to beat Usman. I think his striking is going to be a little bit better, and it seems like his ground game, his wrestling is going to be enough to keep up with Usman. So I think he's going to win that one. And then I think Peter Yan is just a little too young, a little too fast, a little too powerful for Aldo. So I think he's going to get that win.
I'm going to go with Gilbert because Gilbert beat me. So I'm going to give him some clout for that one. And Max Holloway was my favorite fighter coming into the UFC. So, but I know Volkanovski is good. I would like to see him fight more aggressive in this fight. Because if he doesn't, I think Volkanovski win again.
Got it.
And then definitely Peter Yan. I think Jose Aldo is near done. He's like Anderson Silva. He had that one bad loss, and he came back a completely different person.